Hi there. Today we are talking a little bit about branches and how to get realistic looking branches. And that tends to start with a proper brush. Right now I'm using the Vienna brush by Artist Loft, and it's a number 2. It's a little dirty. There's paint on there right now, but it's nice and pointed and round, and it's thin. It's not the thinnest like a script liner, but it's not the thickest. So it can get a variety of thicknesses. So I'm working on a demo piece right now, a small demo one, just testing out some color combinations and such, and I figured great time to show you how to make branches. So I have my plate here, and I've got a little bit of grayish color, and I'm going to first thicken up this line and then show you how to make these thin lines over here. So right now I got some paint loaded up on over here, and I'm going to thicken this line just by adding another one right next to it, and I'm going to vary the pressure. The harder I push, the thicker the line, and the lighter I push, the thinner the line. So this also means that you need a good amount of water to thin down your paint. We want kind of a thin consistency, and that's going to help our line be nice and smooth. We still want our lines to be chunky. I'm sorry, not chunky. We want it to be kinky, but we don't want it to be too chunky. So I'm pressing lightly, and I'm going to lighten my pressure and get a nice thin line that way. But I want it to thicken up this branch here, so I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of pressure to it. And because we've thinned out our paint a little bit, it tends to get a little bit sheer if you do it too much like I did here. You can just go right on over it, add a little bit of white and a little more paint, and that'll bring some opaqueness back to it. So that's how we get a thicker type branch, by adding a little bit of pressure, and as I go through I vary the pressure so we don't have a perfectly straight line. That wouldn't be a normal looking branch. So right now I'm going to add a small thin branch, because this one is more of like a willow tree type branch. So I'm going to thin out my paint again, load it up. I'm going to roll. This is important that I roll my brush a little bit to coat all around this round brush. I'm going to pick a spot where I want my branch to come from. So let's say I want my branch to come from here. I'm going to start further behind it, follow along this branch, and then have it come right out in that direction. And I'm going to lighten my pressure, and as I lighten my pressure, the line is going to get thinner and thinner, and I can come all the way down and have like a hair almost that thin. So that's a pretty cool way of getting nice, realistic looking branches that vary in thickness and it's steady. Okay, so that's my tip today from Play with Pigments. I hope you try this, and if you do, let us know, share with us, and I'll see you next time. Bye.